I would like to welcome everyone here today at this Skype meeting. My name is Jan Andresen for the people who doesn't know me, and I've been a breeding advisor for 4.5 years and been working in Australia as a salesperson there for 1 year, and then the last 2 years I've been export manager for VikingGenetics. So the reason why we started up also on this VikRank was because I could see that we needed some tools when we went to the farm and to show them that we actually are interested in to get exactly the bulls they are looking for, because there are many different strategies around different farms. So that's why we also started up and looked into what could we use, and that's why we believe that the new VikRank is a great tool for farmers to feel that they exactly get what they are looking for. So, but I'll start with some technical instructions. I can see, everyone has already the cameras off, which is nice. And please mute all your phones or microphones. I will have a presentation around 15 minutes, and then we'll have around 15 minutes questions afterwards. And yes. If you want to have a question later on, just unmute and then please say your name and the country, and then please just come up with the question and we'll answer them. Yes, this year will be recorded and it will be on the distributor login on our homepage afterwards. And also the VikRank manual is also on the distributor login. So if there are any people that don't participate, or you have any of your colleagues that want to see it, we can do it on the distributor login afterwards. So I would like to start up already, and I'll just put it up on the screen. Present desktop. Just one question, can everyone see it now? Just one person maybe say yes, our homepage.
Not yet.
All right. I'll just. How about now?
Yes.
Yes. All right. This is our homepage, VikingGenetics.com, and if you look here at the left-hand side, we have the Now Bull Search, but under the Now Bull Search, we have this thing called VikRank, and we just press on it, and then we come to this new page where it says you can log in, but you can also continue without a login if you don't want to. But the best way for you probably is to log in, because then you can save some of your things what you have done in the VikRank. So please just press login. Then normally you can do create an account, which is really easy. You just put your email in the top here, and then afterwards you put a password in and confirm password, and then you do the register, and then you already have made your new account. So, but I already done my account, so I'll just go back here, press my email address, put my password in, and then I will log in. So now I'm here at the VikRank, and for the first I would like to start, we have of course the 3 different breeds, the Viking Reds, the Holsteins, as you see, it's changed, and the Viking Jerseys here. And for those that wants to have it in different languages, you just press up or here on the left. You can go down here, and so far we have German, English, Spanish, Croatian, Italian, and Polish. And if there's any languages that are missing, we can send you an Excel arc, and then we can translate it, or you can translate it, and then we'll put it in. So it's really easy to get a new language in. Of course you pick the different language. I'll keep it in English so everyone can see and understand it. Then we have the different customized Viks, like Grace Vik, Health Vik, Robot Vik, Yield Vik, Cheese Vik, Fertility Vik, and Efficiency Vik. So it depends on, for example, I was in Ireland last week, so they might be interested in looking into Grace Vik. They press on Grace Vik, we can see the green line up there means Grace Vik. And then we'll get the top bulls for Grace Vik in the top. So Link, even if he's maybe on the NTM just 14, he would be the top bull on the Grace Vik, because we are having different weights in them. So for example, Grace Vik, we put a lot more weight on fertility and hoof health, compared to the normal NTM. So because we see if they have to walk far, the hoofs definitely have to be really well. Also fertility, because a lot of these grazing countries also have the block calving, so they really need to get fast in calf again. So that's why we have a bit more focus on this compared to if you look, for example, at robot Vik. We have different bulls again because we have more focus on milking speed and rear teat placements. So you can, of course, if you have milking robots or you have a farmer with milking robots, you can go in on this. Or if you want a farmer is interested in Health Week, you go in on Health Week and you find the top bulls. And the weights we can also put on the distributor login, so you always know what have we put a lot more weights on in the different Grace Week, Health Week, Robot Weeks. But you can of course also, if you want to see, I just want to have proven bulls, you just go up and then you just press genomics away. So right now we are on Health Week, but we just want the proven bulls in this herd. So we press them away, and now we actually just have the proven bulls here. So Horst is the top bull on Health Week for the proven. You can also change it so we just want to have the genomic bulls. So you can decide, or you want both. So, but the one thing that is really interesting also, and what I have used also quite a lot around different customers, is the custom week. If you come out to a farm and you would like to have a special strategy, a breeding strategy for this herd, and this farmer he wants to make some decisions. So what should he breed for in the future, and what way should he go? This custom week is really well. So if you go, he has a Holstein herd. He would like genomics and proven, doesn't matter for him. So we start over here, and you can see the different weights on the different traits over here. So, but this farmer, for example, he would like to have more focus on health. So on hoof health here. So we put 25%, and if you're looking at the bulls, you can see a re-rank. By the way, now I just put more pressure on hoof health, up to 25. And then Solaris compared to Highways is number 1 now. And if I want to let the weight stay on hoof health on 25%, I just lock it. Then I also want to still have a lot of focus on fertility. And then I will lock it again. Production, I still want to have some production, so I'll keep it around 24%. So I'll also lock this one. And then I would like to have some good temperament also. So now you can see I have a lot of focus on other health, hoof health, daughter fertility, a bit less on production compared to what it used to be, and a lot of focus on temperament. And you can see now the re-rank that a bull like Clark, he would be the best one for this strategy if I was looking for these traits. But what does this have on effect on your breeding strategy if you do like this compared to the normal NTM, where we have all the economical traits are making genetic progress? But this year I have changed. That's my way of looking what I want. You press on this button and you can see here what will happen to my breeding strategy if I want to do it like this. I'll nearly get progress in all things. I'll get a bit less frame, and then I'll get a lot for better hoof health, get a lot better fertility, daughter fertility, and a lot better temperament. And that's what I was looking for. So that's why I think, all right, I look at this, that looks really well. So I think, all right, Clark, Solaris, Rodrigo, Rosen, that would be some of the top bulls I would use, even if they might just have 27 in NTM. But for me, that's the right bull in my herd, because that's what I was looking for. I could also go extreme and say, oh, I just want to lock all these ones up again. And for example, just to go extreme, I'll take an example from the Reds. You can always press on these top ones so you can see the lowest NTM bulls right now. He's 101 in the rank, like it looks like right now. But if I do like this, a lot of focus on production, lock this one, and a lot on temperament. That's the only 2 things I'm interested in. And lock this. You can see if I press on the rank, the top bull for this strategy would be Erling, which just has 2 in NTM, just to show you that it's actually having a big effect on what breeding strategy you want. So if I just want production and good temperament, that's great, but you can also see what's happening with the other different traits. So I get a lot of progress on production, got a lot of progress on temperament, even on milking speed. But you see all the health traits, they are going to the negative way. And I think the VikRank is a good tool, not just to pick the right bulls, but it's also to pick the right strategies, the breeding strategies. And it actually shows if you just want frame or just high production, you'll lose out on a lot of health traits. So it's a good tool for both of the things, I think. All right, so just go back to the Holsteins. We have this strategy. I think that's the great strategy for me. Then you could, of course, pick the bulls. You can go in and look. All right, this bull he looks all right. Look at the next one. He looks all right too. Eustace, I might not want him because he's 97 for daughter fertility. So, but I can make my own list. So I pick these bulls just here. And then I press save. And that's where if you don't log in, you just go in on VikRank without logging in with your own username and stuff. You can't do this. So that's why we normally want to log in. And then I'll just call this farmer 1. It could be one of your farmers. So you just to save this list. So now you have a list, or even if you just have maybe 10 different Viking bulls in your country, you could just make a list with these 10 bulls, so you don't need to show all the other bulls, and it just makes a more confusion for your farmers. So now we have these 4 bulls. You could have, like you said, 10 bulls you already got in your country. And then you can still, if you want to change anything on the weights, you just change it still, and then it will still re-rank. But this one would be for the farmer. So, and you can still also put genomics out or prove out. So you have saved this list. So whenever you want to use this for the farmer again, you can just put it up. I have saved a couple of different ones. And if you want to print it, you press on this button. Oops. And it comes up here. Solaris, Broback, Highway, Brook, and then you can see all the different numbers in the traits and also the pedigrees in them. So, and then you just press print. So, but I would like to go back again. And just to go back here, if you don't just want to see these bulls, you just press here. And then all the bulls are coming up again, and you can still see here which ones you have picked. So if you want to make the list a bit longer, you just pick another one, these 3, and you just press save again, and then OK, and then you got a list. So you don't need to make a new list every time. If you want to add 1 or 2 bulls, that's pretty easy. So I think that's really good. That would be one thing. But the other thing is, you don't want, if you have a farm, you don't want to change the strategies every single time you're going to this farm. So you can also go over here. This farmer, let's say Farmer James, he likes this strategy, and you don't want to change this every time you got new bulls. So you can also save the strategy over here. So you press this one, save, and then Farmer 1, like I also saved over with the bulls. Press OK. And then you can see I already pressed 2 different ones. So this one here was a bit more focused on health traits. But if I then in 6 weeks or in 3 months are coming back to Farmer 1, I just put this one in, and then exactly his strategy is still here, so you don't need to remember it. It's already saved in here. So, and you can of course do this for the different breeds. So, and of course, still here we also have this one here, search bull. So if you don't, you just want to find a certain bull, you can look into, for example, here you look at future, then future comes up as the bull. So you can just save him then, and then you press, for example, yeah, you take Sparky, you find him, all right, and then you save, okay, and then you don't need to go through the whole list. You can just search them and then just press over here every time you found them, and then you can make your own list again. So it's a really easy way. If you just have 10 bulls and you want to look for them, just put up here, and then every time you find them, just press over here and then a new bull, and then in the end, if you found them all, just save, and then you have your list. So I think this tool here makes it possible for you to show the farmer what breeding strategies he might should use, or what effect it has if he chooses some certain kind of strategy. Like when I showed you the extremes with production and temperament, you actually get some of the lowest NTM bulls, and you could show them it has an effect on the health traits. But you can also easily go and make the farmer feel that he exactly gets the bulls he wants. So I think this tool here is a great one. It's still in the beginning, so I of course are always interested in if you have some suggestions or some things that could be interesting to put into it. But that's what I had for now, and yeah, if you have any questions, please just come up with them. Thank you.
Yes, Jan, I have one question. I'm Suvi, and I'm working as an export manager, so I'm a colleague of Jan. I would like to ask, in Custom Week, what would be your recommendation? Like if I want to choose 3 or 4 traits that I want to emphasize the most, what would be your recommendation? What percentage I should put the emphasis for these traits that you can actually get a good progress, or that the right bulls come up?
Of course, we also, if you press on in general on the health traits and still keep the production up, it looks pretty similar to the NTM, which makes a progress in all the economical traits. Mm-hmm. So it depends on what kind of farm you're looking for. Again, if you're talking to a farmer that wants that has maybe more focus on hoof health because he has a lot of trouble with it. So it depends on what kind of farm. But in general, if you put around 15 till 20% on the health traits of all of them and still keep around production on around 30, you will normally get a pretty good progress in nearly all the different traits.
Sure.